So it's a rare occasion that I'm actually home at my parents' house where I keep my doll collection, and I find my display to be kind of chaotic, so I'm gonna be redoing it on my day off. We also have all the dolls from when I was redoing everything that I was like deciding whether to take home or not. So now they're all out of my apartment and in here. Oh boy. Basically what's going to happen is all of this room is just going to be anything like Disney or film, Star Wars, Wizard of Oz, Barbie, anything. Down here, actually, this was originally my grandfather's house, and this is where I got into collecting. My grandfather collected basically anything he could of Frank Sinatra. Look at that. Like, well, that's Rod Stewart. This is not a good example. This is a better example. He has it organized. He labeled everything. He was incredible. He was truly... And then I got these for my parents. This one, actually, so this is from me from when I was a kid. Because when I was a little kid, I tried opening this up because I wanted to play with this Barbie. So we're going to take that as like the pull. And then right here, we're going to put in a shelving unit so I can put any dolls I have of celebrities. Just to blend it in. First step was to basically take everything off of my dresser where I had all the dolls kind of just standing on top of each other, which looking back, not the best. I just wanted it to be a lot less chaotic. So we got some shelving that we ended up installing. I just wanted it to be a lot cleaner. But then also you realize, you know, as a collector, you never think about how many dolls you actually have, because I've been doing this since 2009. And it's one of those things where you kind of look around and you're like, I forgot I had this, or how long have I had this thing? And then you it's kind of like that episode of Sex and the City with Carrie Bradshaw when she's like, I spent $40,000 on shoes. So we've got lovely tables filled with crap. I didn't film the installation because it was kind of a doozy, but we got shelving. And then this is when I had to start deciding what dolls would go where. I kind of didn't really have a plan. So at first I started with the Barbie dolls and had to think about a way to make it work. I know it's really, really dumb because when you really think about it, it's literally just toys and they should just go wherever. But, you know, I'm never home and I want to make it look nice when I come in. I like to look at it like a beautiful display. So I try to make sure it's in a way that I would like to look at it. And if someone was for some reason coming over and I was just like, hey, do you want to see a bunch of dolls, that they're in like this order that makes sense for me visually. Because I hate when I see things just tossed around in all different sections. Like, for example, the biggest pain in the ass for me was here at this part, trying to figure out where I was going to put all the Little Mermaid stuff. That was killer. Feng shuiing the whole Little Mermaid collection was actually a big pain in the ass because it's not even just dolls of the Little Mermaid I have. I have all kinds of crap. I have like 5 different versions of it on VHS. I have the TV series on VHS. I'm like, I think like, how many? I have 6 VHSs of just the TV series. I have DVDs. I have Blu-ray. So it's just one of those things. I have all this random stuff. I have Happy Meal boxes of Little Mermaid stuff. So I was trying to find a way to display it with the dolls that it wasn't too distracting. But I kept moving in and out. If you could only know, it was like, I think this whole video was actually like over an hour where I was just setting up my camera and redoing it and doing breaks and everything. It was a pain. I'm not even sure if I'm fully happy with it, but I kind of just had to make do with what I have in terms of space and of the things I have in my collection. I actually had to stop at one point because I was driving myself crazy and I didn't feel like recording anymore because when I saw that the original video was so long, I was like, forget it. Okay. I spent hours trying to redo all of this, so we're gonna do a quick little tour. So first, I'm gonna show you what was taken out. So either here or here, we're gonna do a shelving unit, and it's going to be all of like my pop culture, like people in music, like all those. And then this is like all of my personal like Britney Spears collection of just random Britney Spears things that I have, like records and stuff. And there's Madonna. And we're going to kind of integrate it with my grandfather's Frank Sinatra collection when we actually get the shelving unit, because we actually didn't do it today. But we've got celebrity dolls like Mariah Carey. We've got that Diana Ross I got in Vegas. Barbie as Marilyn Monroe. Sure. And then we have 2 Elizabeth Taylors. And then we've got the Bowie Barbie, the Rosie O'Donnell Barbie, and some Britney dolls. So that's going to go somewhere around here. I mean, this is so blink, but right here, this is where all like my framed Britney Spears stuff was. And now let's take a look at how I try to organize this. Okay, so we're going to start here, and this is just some random unboxed Barbies, and then we've got my 1 Monster High doll left and my 1 Gem doll left in my collection. I used to collect them, but then I got rid of them. So I tried to have it somewhat make sense when I was organizing it. So I started with all the Barbie stuff. So first we got my Barbie movie dolls. This is actually a Ryan Gosling, the new one that actually reboxed the denim one and switched out his costume. We got President Barbie. Then we've got my Totally Hairs. I have 2 in box. Earring Magic Ken. Kira, because my best friend's name's Kira. We've got a 25th anniversary Disney World Barbie. Then we've got Animal Lovin' Ken and Great Shape Barbie. And the reason that these 2 are right here is because we blend into the land of Toy Story and a little bit of Pixar. My cousin actually works at Pixar. He worked at Coco. He worked on Coco. You know what I mean. So this was gifted from the Pixar store. And I guess they have like a shop at Pixar Studios. And then I put this Ken here, the Day of the Dead Ken, because I felt like it blended well with this. And it's like this cute little Pixar section. And then it blends from Pixar to Barbie to random dolls. The next shelf is what I have so far for the Hollywood Legends collection. I have 4 The Wizard of Oz. I don't have the Glinda yet, but there they are in the order that you meet them within the story. And then right above, because it makes sense, Oz related, are my Wicked dolls. So we've got the 2 from the movie, who I still don't know who bought me these, but like they just showed up at my apartment one day and I had no idea who did that. So show yourself. And then we've got from the 15th anniversary of Wicked the Musical. And then this is just one of my absolute favorites. This is my Ken and Barbie as the Phantom and Christine from Phantom the Opera. Now the reason it's here is because I just felt like it blended with the musical theater motif. Then we got my little boys section. So dumb. This is the Marvel and Star Wars section because I kind of wanted to integrate it with other Disney properties. So I felt like this is the best place to put it. This is another one of my favorite pieces. This is the D23 Princess Leia doll. We've got one of the Barbie X Star Wars dolls of the R2-D2. One of like the old Kenner Han Solo dolls. Okay, I don't know why I own this. I love Han Solo. This does not look like Harrison Ford. Whatever. And then we've got 2 of my Marvel dolls. We got Black Widow and the Scarlet Witch, Wanda, who is my favorite Marvel character. And I have a whole bunch of figures of her in my apartment. Down here are some official Disney Broadway dolls. My Ariel doll is with all the Little Mermaid stuff because I have a lot of random Little Mermaid on Broadway memorabilia. So we've got from Mattel Belle, we've got a Jack's Pacific Mary Poppins. I don't know who made the Jasmine or Elsa and Anna, but this is in order of when the shows opened on Broadway. And right now Aladdin is the only one that's still on Broadway and you can still get it. My live action Cinderella and my Ralph Breaks Internet Cinderella are just sitting here because I don't know where else to put them for now. So at the bottom here, we've got my Tropical Splash Little Mermaid dolls from 1997 and the Ariel and Eric wedding party gift set. The reason I have them at the bottom is because the way that I displayed my Little Mermaid memorabilia, I put a lot of the 97 dolls in this case. So I figured that they would all kind of just go together. And then we rise up and we've got my Great Villains collection Ursula and my Disney Store Vanessa doll. And yeah, I do have a lot of random Little Mermaid memorabilia. Like, you can't really see, but I've got Laserdisc of it, comics. This is from Little Mermaid on Ice. Somewhere in this, there are the Happy... Oh, there they are, yeah. The Happy Meal boxes underneath these. This is the first ever Mattel Ariel doll. And then these are the collector dolls from the 90s era of Mattel. Well, this one's 2000, but there's that. This is my Broadway random collection. I'm actually going to open it for this. I have a lot of random... Like, this is signed by Norm Lewis. These are from when I saw the show twice. This is the soundtrack. Then we've got the Japanese soundtrack, the Russian soundtrack, and the... Shoot. I want to say Amsterdam is back here. Or Dutch? Netherlands, so I was close. I mean, duh! Oh my God, what am I saying? This is a book about the making of The Little Mermaid on Broadway and the production. This is my favorite Ariel doll in my collection, and people ask why. It's so rare, and this is also the first collector doll. People wonder why this is my favorite doll in my collection, because it was the first doll ever in my adult collection. I got it at 17, the second time I saw Little Mermaid on Broadway, and she'll always be one that I'll keep forever. Then moving on up, we've got... I didn't know what else to do with these, so I kind of just gave them some little action figure stands and just display them on top of a whole bunch of my Little Mermaid VHS tapes, and DVDs are what the live action Little Mermaid are standing on top of. We got the 35th anniversary one. That one in the back was given to me by one of my best friends. Then we've got some of my other live action Little Mermaid dolls up there. And now this is my 4 dolls from Tycho's time with the Little Mermaid. So this is the very first one. Then we've got, I think this is from 1991, and then I think this is from 92, Ariel's cool teen friend, Shelly. We got all of my Disney designer dolls. So we've got Midnight Masquerade Esmeralda. We've got the original designer dolls for Snow White and the Evil Queen. If you watched my video of me ranking the different collections, you know about all these. And then this is the Belle that is from my personal favorite collection, the Premiere Collection. These are all of the 2013 designer collection. All 5 of them, my 5 favorite princesses. This is, though, in the order that they were released, so that's why they're in this order. So we've got Snow White and her prince, Rapunzel and Flynn. This one I actually had to open and rearrange them because the way that he's placed is really stupid. And then we've got Aladdin and Jasmine, Belle and the Beast, Ariel and Eric. And actually, the order that I got them in the 10 years it took me to complete this collection, it actually goes this way. So I got this for my 23rd birthday. Bought this with my first paycheck. Then, like 9 years later, picked this up. Then the next year I got this one. And then this was a Christmas gift. I got my second shelf, which has Tiana and Mulan from the next year, Peter Pan and Captain Hook from the year after that, and Belle and Gaston from the year after that. So that is all of the designer dolls. Then we have my 17-inch limited edition dolls. Now, I decided that I wanted it to do a complete set of 3 for 2 of my favorite movies, Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast. Because I was going to do it with Ariel too and get Ursula and Eric, but then because of, I only have so much space, I would have to give her up, and I don't want to because she's somewhere in my top 3 favorite dolls in my entire collection. I got this actually at a really good deal. I got it on sale I got it with a whole bunch of money that I made selling a whole bunch of dolls. So I'm very proud of her. She's just one of my favorites. And if you know me from cosplay, you know how much Cinderella means to me. Then we've got, so I had one of these when it first came out and then sold her for a really stupid trade and then finally got her back. I had the one from 2019 and then sold her so I could get this, actually. Then we've got the Aladdin set. The Jasmine's not my favorite. I mean, I love her costume. I think she's beautiful. I just wish she weren't so shiny. But I think the Aladdin and Jafar are amazing. Aladdin was always one of my favorite heroes as a kid. And then we've got the Beauty and the Beast set, which I think is the best trilogy of dolls from the limited edition series. I love that they chose to do this for Belle and the Beast for this, and I think this Gaston is just absolutely phenomenal. These are great. And right under those are some of my Beauty and the Beast collector dolls. We got the Signature Collection Belle, the Holiday Princess Belle. This is for the 10th anniversary. Now, this one is actually just a regular Playline doll, but it's signed by Alyssa Edwards, and if you watch Drag Race and you know about Burst! Okay, for this I'm going to have to open it up. Because sometimes the glare in this is pretty bad. Ah, don't fall anything. Okay. So we're going to start at the bottom. Why not? Okay. So these are all of my Mattel collector dolls that I have this weird thing that I'm obsessed with the stands that they're on. And that's why I have opened them and have displayed them, because there's something kind of old school about that, and I really love it. So you saw one of the Beauty and the Beast Broadway dolls before, but I have two of them because I think that this is just so exquisite. Anhold Ward is one of my favorite designers. This is a show I want to work on so badly, and I'm manifesting that I do work on it, hopefully. We got Feathers in the Wind Pocahontas. This is the only Playline one that made it into this, because I love Esmeralda so much, and I just felt like she needs to be represented in the shelf. I would love to make a sticker to look like all the others that says, you know, Esmeralda, Hunchback of Notre Dame on it. We got Power and Pinstripes, Cruella de Vil. We have the Imperial Beauty Mulan. I just love this one. This one's amazing. We've got Holiday Princess Jasmine, Jolly Holiday Mary Poppins. We've got the signature Sleeping Beauty and the Great Villains Collection. The Great Villains Collection, Maleficent. I think this is like the best doll Maleficent they ever made. And I feel the same way about the Evil Queen doll that they made right here. I think this is just so phenomenal. Then we got the signature Snow White and the signature Cinderella. We've got the collector's Alice. She came with a Cheshire Cat. Can't find him. So this is actually a custom that I made, and don't sue me, Disney, because I ended up actually working on the show. This was made way before I actually was hired, though, so I feel like I always have to stress that out whenever I show this on anything. This is my custom of Brandy as Cinderella. And then these are my 4 Tonner dolls. So this is the first one I got, and it's Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. This is like the shorter one. There's a few variations of her from Tonner. We've got Belle that I got on an extremely good deal. Snow White. Her shoes are kind of perfect. Like, it's great. And then the Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland. So this is my grandmother's curio cabinet. She used to keep perfume bottles in this, so I hope she doesn't hate that. I hope she's not looking down and being like, what's he using that cabinet for? But yeah. So that was my entire doll collection. Comment if there was a doll that you've had or a doll that you have on your wish list. If there's any questions about particular dolls, I'll try to answer anything that I can. And I hope you guys enjoyed this mess of me trying to reorganize all this. There's only so much time that I have with my collection because I keep it all in my parents' house. But don't forget to like and subscribe.